Isaiah Likely had a great interview with Up and Adams, Miss Kay Adams herself. And she's always good at getting good information out of these guys. She's a great interviewer, gets people in these laid back moods and whatnot. And I think we'll start before we get to Isaiah accidentally ripping the Bengals, which, yes, has to do with, the complaints coming out of Cincy of 4 primetime games in 4 years in Baltimore. But first, let's get to his contract situation, because that's really more important. And it's the most pressing. He is going into the final year of his rookie contract. Kay Adams trying to help him out, saying, hey, if you need me to, I can send some stats over to Mr. EDC to help you out.
Third highest missed tackle rate. I feel like I'm sure you saw that graphic. Do you want me to just print that out and send it to DaCosta for your...
The graphic she's referring to, by the way, is Isaiah Likely, I believe, among tight ends. Here, actually, let me just pull it up. Right here, Bobby. Tight end missed tackle rate. So how many times do you create missed tackles per reception? Isaiah's third in the league. Third in the league at 0.24. Who is that ahead of him? That is Tucker Kraft and Jake Ferguson are the 2 people ahead of him. He is slippery. Okay, back to her saying, hey, do you want me to send this up to Mr. EDC for you?
Your deal, because you're on the last year of your rookie deal, Isaiah. What's the conversation?
We'll see, man. I mean, the flock knows I love him. I mean, I love being here. I love being a Raven. I don't try to, think about last year deal. I let my agent take care of that with, the Ravens front office. I just try to go out there, ball, put everything it is on film, and get, everybody is that I got.
Trey McBride just got extended. George Kittle just got extended. Okay, let's not talk about that. Eric DeCosta.
Okay, now she's going to ask about Mark Andrews in just a second, but let's first react to him talking about contract extension. He gives the classic line, Bobby, that most guys do, unless there's some sort of stalemate negotiations. He's saying, listen, the flock knows I love them. I love being here. I love being a Raven. Bobby, can you imagine a world where the Ravens don't extend him?
No, I can't. And if I were to, I wouldn't want to be living in that world as somebody that covers the team, much less anybody out there that has an allegiance to this team. That's not a world that you want to be living in, because you just had that statistic up there. He is a make you miss tight end. He's a wide receiver in a tight end's body. He has developed in Baltimore. He enjoys it in Baltimore. He's welcome in Baltimore. And I think a lot of that stems from this understanding. It's almost like this universal belief within the fan base, and maybe even beyond, that if he were to have been drafted by a number of other teams around the league, guy would have been a household name by now. And it's not to say that he's not a household name around these parts, but nationally, there is no question that he's overlooked and maybe even unknown because of the tight end room that he has found himself in throughout his rookie deal. So with that in mind, I think that brings a certain level of intrigue, excitement, and potential that's still to come. I believe the Ravens believe that as well. And ultimately, I see this getting done. And if it's not, man, something terribly wrong would have taken place if it goes the alternative.
Yeah, the only reason that I could even fathom of Isaiah Likely not being re-signed, I don't think there's any football reason not to. He's 25. He's got an amazing rapport with Lamar Jackson. There's other places in this interview where he talks about how from the beginning, he would always just point up. He says that he knew how to do scramble drills with Lamar Jackson from the beginning. And they do. And how many times when Lamar is scrambling, it's Isaiah who busts open or just needs to climb a ladder and go up and get it. And so he and Lamar are good friends. They've got chemistry on the field and off the field. He comes up in big moments. He for sure is capable of being tight end number 1. This is a no-brainer. The only reason I can see that this wouldn't happen is if the Ravens are paying so many people and maybe they don't want to pay big money to the tight end position again. Here she referred to some of the guys that just got paid recently. Here's the top 10 highest paid tight ends. George Kittle at $19.1 million. Then Trey McBride, who Kay just mentioned, at $19 million. Travis Kelce, $17 million. TJ Hawkinson, 16, and Mark Andrews, 14. And he's at 14 million. And he's coming at the end of his big contract extension. So that's where Isaiah deserves to get paid. So do the Ravens want to give around 20 million per year? It'll be just under that. And that, I don't know, 17 to 19 to 20 kind of area. And, you know, do they want to? That would be the only reason why they don't, because there's no other reason not to retain him. And so if they wanted to go a cheaper route, they could go back to Mark and say, okay, you're not going to be on your third contract, so we could get him for cheaper, but he was also older. And so, but I don't imagine that happening. I imagine Isaiah Likely will get a contract extension and will be here for the next 5 years or so, half a decade, and he and Lamar will keep playing. So back to his interview with Kay, once they talked about his contract extension, she asked a little bit about, hey, are they going to keep you and Mark together, and what's your guys' relationship like?
But Eric, please tell me Mr. DaCosta has plans on keeping you and Mark together. Like, what are we doing?
We here. I mean, you know, the roster is here. I mean, you see me in 89 out there on the roster. I mean, you know, I love Big Dog, Big Mark. That's my big brother. I mean, everything I got, you know, coming into the league, you know, from, you know, blocking in the passing game, you know, recognizing coverages from Big Bro Mark. I mean, I give it all to him.
So he's big.
So. That's Big Bro. Like, you always got it. You know what I'm saying? L's Big Bro. I really call him Unk sometimes. It depends how we go. DH is Unk for sure.
What has Big Bro meant to you? What has Mark meant to you?
Everything. I mean, you know, I feel like rookie year, when you go into the league, a lot of, you know, young guys are with the mixed signals of how veterans or OGs are going to talk to you. Are they going to be pushing you off to the side? Are they going to let you learn by yourself? Are they going to, you know, look at you as less? And I feel like I had the complete opposite. Mark welcomed me and Charlie when we got drafted with open arms, showed me the way, showed me how to be a pro's pro, whether I was treating my body, watching film, really just how to practice, and really just showed me, like, you know, in game, always take it one play at a time. Don't always try to look, you know, at the ups and downs of the game. Just always just keep your feet where your feet are, and really just, you know, let your talent shine.
Hey, so listen, to Kay's first question, I don't think that they're going to find a way to have both of them here. I think if you sign Isaiah Likely long-term, it's probably not going to be, you know, money for two tight ends in non-contract and non-rookie deals. That said, I love their relationship. I love the way he just went to bat for Mark, obviously on the outside, and Eric DaCosta has to make decisions. He's going to have to choose one or the other. He probably can't play both. Here on the outside, we kind of see a competition there. I think there's a big part of the fan base, and I'm part of that, would like to see Isaiah Likely get more of that tight end one role. And yet Mark, especially during the regular season, can produce still. He can produce a lot. So I like Isaiah Likely being like, hey, we're here. We're here right now. Take advantage of it now. Obviously, I want Isaiah Likely's number called upon in big moments more than I would Mark Andrews. So from the outside, we're looking at it as a competition that way, because we want to see Isaiah Likely get the ball more. But on the inside, their relationship sounds pretty solid. And it sounds like Isaiah doesn't want to throw him under the bus just because he could get paid, based off of the way Mark has treated him since he came into the league.
First class. I mean,
yeah,
it's just a first class tight end room. It's a first class way to handle this if you're Isaiah Likely in that interview setting. And honestly, Sarah, what I think about is, while he's been on this rookie deal, within this rookie window over the last several years, what a luxury for the Ravens. It's been a luxury on a number of levels. One, to have a skill set like Isaiah's in an already packed and crowded and successful room led by Mark, but then also a luxury because he was the ultimate insurance piece when Mark went down with that brutal ankle injury after the hip drop tackle a couple of years ago on Thursday Night Football against Cincy. Like, there's multiple levels that have went into how much of a luxury he has been to them. And now the question is, now that luxury is about to get luxurious with the way that they're actually, he'll be looked at on the books should they extend him. To your point from a few minutes ago, they willing to do it? They'd be crazy not to.
Well, so moving on. So Isaiah Likely was asked by Kay, because we all know Kay's a Bengals fan. Okay, she's open about that. And we've all heard the clip of Joe Burrow being like, yeah, playing 4 primetime games in a row in Baltimore is not ideal. And then he says, it would be nice if we could get one of those NFL, please. And so Isaiah's trying not to create more bulletin board material here. I mean, Kay asks him a few times, like, have you heard people complaining? Have you heard this and that? He's just trying to be like, play up how nice it is to play at the bank on Thursday night or Monday night or Sunday night. He's like, there's no place like the bank for night games. But then he kind of accidentally rips him, and Kay for sure picks up on it. And this is the first time I've heard her talk a little bit of trash. I've been known to do that for sure. Kay, she knows what the Ravens have done to her team. So here we go.
Do you know that Bengals fans are upset about this? Have you heard about this?
I seen the little clip. I mean,
From
of
Joe?
Joe saying that he wants a game in Cincinnati out there on prime time.
What do you think of that?
I mean, I don't even know what their stadium's called. I just know, when you come to the bank, in prime time television, I mean, that's just somewhere nobody else want to be.
You don't know what their stadium, that was not, you just gave bulletin board material to Joe and company. Look what you just did. I thought you were going to say, yeah, we'll go there and we'll beat you all the same.
I mean, that's just common knowledge. I just didn't know their stadium.
Gosh.
I just know the bank.
Well, I think you should enjoy this last time at the bank, because I think it'll be at Paycor in Cincy next year. So you enjoy that cute little primetime game against those Bengals.
She called it a cute little primetime game. If it's just a cute little primetime game, what's there to complain about? We'll just keep doing it at the bank. But Bobby, what's the ultimate sign of disrespect, even when you don't even mean to? It's when you can't remember somebody's name. It's like, who are you? You know what I mean? He wasn't even trying to, but he's like, he literally did not know the name of the Bengal. And to be honest, I didn't really know either. And so when she said it, I was like, oh yeah, Paycor. But he didn't even know his division rival's stadium name.
Let's do a quick little Google search. I'm going to try and help him out as best I can here.
Okay.
Because it changed from Paul Brown Stadium to Paycor Stadium on August 9th of 2022. Isaiah was drafted that season, correct?
Let's
I'm
see.
pretty sure
final year 25.
Isaiah was drafted in
22.
the 2022 draft.
Yep.
Okay, out of Coastal Carolina. So I can't really help him out, because had he been in the league, I was trying to, because had he been in the league prior to that, to him, he first would have come in and gone to Paul Brown Stadium at least once.
Yes.
He's never been to Paul Brown Stadium.
Right.
He's been to Paycor and Paycor only once a season for the last 3 years. And that, I don't believe that includes any postseason matchups, because I think they played in Cincy the year prior to him being drafted anyway. It was either the year prior or 2 years prior. Case in point, I tried, but I can't help the guy out.
Well, yeah, if you're like, to your point, if you're an old head like me, like I can't not call the Steelers playing at Heinz Field. Like I can't not do it. And when you said Paul Brown, that rung a bell to me much quicker than Paycor.
Of course.
What is that? Is that a bank? Like Paycor? What is that?
Of course. I don't know, which is exactly, and Isaiah doesn't either.
Isaiah doesn't either. But of course, like if somebody else, listen, if that was like, I don't know, if that was, what's the tight ends? Now I'm doing it. The tight end's name at the Steelers.
Fryermuth.
If Fryermuth was like, oh, I don't even know the name of the Ravens stadium, then for sure Ravens fans would be like, what? Oh, I see how it is. Okay. Well, why don't we have a game over here and we'll remind you what the name of M&T Bank Stadium is, right? So if it had been reversed, even if it was like innocent, like he wasn't trying to, Bobby, like he wasn't trying to rip him.
No.
But
Isaiah was quite literally, if he was trying to do anything, he was attempting to not provide bulletin board material. And while doing so, sometimes you try too hard, don't you?
You sure do. But let me tell you what he is trying to do. He's for a while been toying with leaving jersey number 80. I like him in number 80 personally. So remember a little while back, he had tweeted, he's like, hey, what do you guys think? What other number should I do? He's been wanting to go back to number 4, but as he calls him, Lil Zay has that, because Isaiah's what they call him is Zay. So he's Big Zay. He's like, well, Lil Zay has that, my little twin, my little brother. And so listen to this. Listen to this idea, and I want to get your reaction of whether or not he should do this.
Number 4 in college.
Yeah.
Keep bringing up Lil Zay. That belongs to Zay. Where's our head right now?
So I tweeted out, I really just wanted to see, what the flock was going to tell me. I mean, I like 80. I mean, obviously, because I wore 4, so it's double 4 and then added 0 at the end. I mean, that's always what I like to do. But, everybody told me probably time to get a single digits, but I don't know. I mean, I keep my mind open. We'll see how it goes.
I feel like 1 or 3 are cool.
See, I like 1, but 1's on standby for that boy that wears 8 after we get after we do that right there. 8 got first dibs. Once we hold that Lombardi right there, 8's
he's going to change his number to 1.
That's what he want to do. That's what he told them their rookie year.
I think I forgot that story. If I knew that story, that he wants number 1.
My thing is though, right? See the vision though. See the vision. If we win, right? When we win, 8's going boom, switch to 1. Then I'm gonna look at 8 and say, look, I think it's time to just pass it up. Just pass up 8. But
you're gonna wear 8.
I'm gonna ask him.
Okay.
Because I'm really like I'm like his little brother. So it'd be crazy for him to say no, unless he wants to double retire. If he double retires, then
I don't know. You think he'd say yes? This is like shocking me right now that's even like a thing that's gone on in your
that's
head.
in my head. Yeah.
Lamar said this his rookie year, right back in it was 2021. He said this, that he would switch to number 1. Okay, I can see this. So what are you gonna do in the meantime? Keep it how it is.
I might just rock out the 80. The flock likes the 80. I like 80.
The flock. The flock has spoken.
That's right. The flock likes the 80, Bobby.
The flock would like a Lombardi as well. You can't have everything what you want. Look, Sarah, I don't know if he's trolling here. I don't know if he's having fun or not with this whole like side conversation, side deal that he potentially has in place with Lamar. But if I'm Steve Bisciotti and the higher ups at One Winning Drive, I'm kind of interjecting here and saying, hey, if we get that Lombardi, that elusive, coveted Lombardi trophy that Lamar's been chasing now for almost 8 years, and then he wants to shift to 1, which is what he has said in his past, which Kay obviously had to Google there in real time.
Right.
We're going to go ahead and retire that number 8, Isaiah. I'm sorry. Like that's going to get retired.
Well, here's a couple of things, Bobby. First of all, the Ravens don't officially retire numbers. Like 52 and 20 are not retired, although nobody's worn it. Nobody's worn it. Okay.
Correct.
But who knows? After a couple decades, maybe somebody can come back around and do that. Okay. Here's my thing. I don't think he's trolling. I think he really does want to change his number. And so he's been trying to get out at 80 for a while. He wants the number 4. He can't have it. Lil Zay has that. He wants number 1. He can't have that. So he's like, listen, if you don't want number 8, I'll take it. Now he for sure, in my view, cannot have number 8. But let me ask you this. I don't think Lamar is going to switch. How can you win all these legal battles that Lamar Jackson has been having, where he has sued Troy Aikman, Dale Earnhardt? I don't know these guys. I should know his name. Well, I know.
He's been in legal situations with Dale Earnhart Jr., Troy Aikman. I don't know if there's been anybody else.
All of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute. How can you have Era 8 apparel and say that you own whatever that we're infringing on it if you're now number 1? How does that work?
Well, we know Kobe won multiple with 8 and 24. And in Baltimore, we know how symbolic the number 8 is, given Cal Ripken Jr.'s resume and how much of a staple he is in this town. Would Lamar want to differentiate? I hear what you're saying. I totally hear what you're saying. It'd be quite the tall task. But if he wants to differentiate and he wants that slick number 1 in purple and black. My gosh. And speaking of slick, Isaiah in any single digit, not named 8, would be slick. That thing
Why
would
doesn't he
be.
go get number 3 then? Isn't that available?
Is 3 available?
OBJ had it. Does anybody else have it?
Isaiah would be slick in 3. He would be.
I just want him to keep 80. It just feels right for a tight end. Let's not get
It does.
crazy here.
Well, Dennis, what was Dennis? Was Dennis 88?
88.
I
think Heath was 80 also.
Let's go a quick Ravens numerical roster here to see if 3
just
is
remember,
currently.
I got to get out of here at 55.
You do.
Yeah.
Let's just do a quick little 3 check for us to see if it's currently occupied. And again, it's a 90-man roster, so it might be by someone that won't have it occupied in a few months from now. But anyway, for timing purposes, I'm not seeing anything. So, yeah, it looks like it's wide open right now.
There you go. Get him, but stay at number 80. Okay, real quick, I just have 2 tiny clips that are kind of funny. First of all, he's asked about the Kansas City game coming up. He should wear different shoes, right? We're like, you're going to wear white shoes, right? You're going to wear white shoes? He's feeling rebellious.
See, we remember how that one ended. What cleats will you wear this time? White ones?
Oh, no. See, I feel like everybody's waiting for me to wear the white cleats, but in my head, just being the bad little kid, I want to wear black ones again and score that same way.
See, he just wants to show us that he can do it.
Good for him.
Oh, no, not good for him. Get in there and somebody talk to this man and put on white shoes. We don't need rebellion. Just get your white shoes.
Oh, come on now.
Stay with number 80 and put on white shoes. Why do we got to be rebellious?
He wants to right his wrong and kind of stand, I'm not going to say it because it's going to set you off, but he wants to stand tall.
Stand on business?
Stand tall. Yeah, he wants to stand. There you go. Will you be all right with that one? Stand on business?
As long as you don't ruin it.
Well, here's the funny one. Stand on business is overused. Now, you think I overuse the other phrase, which you may have a point on that, but I kind of like it. I kind of like a rebellious Isaiah. Like it's almost like he's out for blood, Sarah.
Just wear the white shoes. Can't you be out with blood and just like protect? Just have a little guardrail there. Just have a little guardrail. Okay.
Say it with me now, chat. Say it with me now.
Did you text each other about E-Tone?
E-Tone?
What
is E-Tone?
You're a quarterback, 8, soon to be 1. Made his acting debut.
Yeah. Okay.
This is E-Tone on the show Power. Did you see this?
I seen the you threw me for it. Yeah.
She got him. He's like, E-Tone. E-Tone.
It's hysterical.
How could you not remember that?
It's hysterical. K got him. I mean, you got to come prepared for these K Adams interviews. And by the way, if we weren't covering this team the way that we are, and when it comes to the offseason, obviously, we'll look for various things that come up off the field to include and incorporate in our shows. Had it not been the offseason, I probably would have no clue as well. So I can help Isaiah out in that department. But along the lines of the other piece of the conversation with the stadium, I got nothing for him.